So you're just gonna inhale, bring your arms all the way up, and then exhale, relax down. And then inhale, arms come all the way up, reach, stretch, exhale, down. One more time, okay? You're gonna inhale, really feel that rib cage expand, exhale, relax. Now I want you're gonna inhale, you reach all the way up, and then I'm turning sideways because I want you to see my straight back come down. So nice and straight backed, like I'm swan diving. Then I'm gonna drop my head and arms, let the weight of my arms stretch my back, pull your belly button in, and breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, just like you would in Pilates, I want you to engage your glutes and roll back up, just so your back gets a nice stretch as well. So we'll do that one more time. You're gonna inhale, straight arms up, swan dive down. So you're pulling your tummy in. Then you're dropping your head, letting the weight of your arms drag your upper body down. Pull your belly button in, tuck your tailbone under, engage your glutes. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, roll up. Good. And then roll those shoulders back. Okay, so now I want you to do a lunge. You're gonna come down here, but it's like you're on train tracks. So always remember, you're hip width apart or even wider. You can be wider. My balance is so bad, I'm sorry. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so you're gonna drop down in your dip, right? And I want you to look at one side of the room, and then I want you to look at the other side of the room. And then you're gonna come up, and then you're gonna stand up. Keep your glutes engaged. This is your break. Then you're gonna drop down. You're gonna rotate, come back forward, stand up. Drop, rotate, come back forward, stand up. Drop down, rotate, forward, and back up. Let's do two more. So you're sucking your tummy in. I care a lot about that rotation. You've got one more. So I really want to see you turn, come forward and up. Good. So now you're going to do the same thing, but with the other leg forward, right? So you're going to drop down. I'm turning around, so I got confused. So you're going to drop down, pull your belly button in, right? Rotate, come up to stand. Here's your break, and then drop down. Rotate, come back center, and you're up. That's two. Drop. Now see if you can drop to where that knee practically kisses the ground. Practically is there, but not enough where you get to rest. Come center and up. One more time. You're going to drop down, side, center, and up. Good. Okay, so at least you get a little bit of rotation there. Now just slide down. See that my arm's coming all the way straight up. And then I'm going to move over to the side. So it's like I'm in between two panes of glass. Squeeze your butt, bring your feet together, breathe, and then come on up. Same thing on the other side. So your arms going straight up, and you'll see it's like I'm all in alignment. So if I had two panes of glass there, but to look at me, I look like I'm in alignment, but to feel what I feel like, I don't feel like I am, but I am. So you feel like you're pushing your shoulder a little bit forward or back, and then come on up. All right, so you're gonna do 5 push-ups, okay? But I want your push-ups to be nice and clean and really good. So, because you're only doing 5 of them. So you've got your knees down and my hip flexors are open. So you see how open I am. My hands are directly underneath my shoulders. So I'm gonna have my elbows come tight against my body. I'm gonna press away for 1. So squeeze that butt tight. You'll come all the way down to the floor and press away. You don't get to rest. 4 and 5. Good. Now you're gonna come into a plank, right? And I want you to bring the right leg forward, hold it, stretch. Bring that right leg back, bring the left leg forward, hold it, stretch. Bring it back. And then I want you to walk your feet. Walk your feet. Come forward, forward, real tiny until you can't go any further and you have to bend your knees, drop your head, and you're gonna roll up nice and slow. All right, so now you're gonna think shoulder width apart with your feet. And I want you to drop down into a squat. So you'll see my reformers right behind me. It's like I'm going to touch it, but I don't, and I come right back up. But I have to make sure my knees are behind my toes. And you can't really see that. Press down for 2. 3. 4. So think of tucking your tailbone under. 5. 6, which sounds really weird, but I have a hard time with squatting. 7. 8, my chest wants to come down. 9. And 10. You only have to do 10 of these. And then come on down for your 15 full sit-ups, right? Okay, so bring your arms back behind you. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up. 1. 2, bring your hands to your feet. 3, so they're back behind you. 4, pull your belly button in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hopefully that 12, 13, 14, and 15 is becoming a struggle. Okay, so now I want you to turn over and you're gonna go to those nice tight push-ups, all right? So again, you wanna just make sure you're opening up those hips. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, come on down. 1. So your hands are right next to your chest when you come down. 3. That way you're incorporating a whole bunch of muscles. Good, did you get to your 5? Excellent. So you're gonna do that Spider-Man stretch. You'll bring your right foot next to your right hand. You'll bring it back. Then you're gonna do your left foot next to your left hand. And you'll bring it back. And then walk those feet so you get those hamstrings. Drop the head. You don't need to look at your hands. I just caught myself doing that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll up. Flip your ponytail back if you need to. Separate your feet to shoulder width apart. Drop down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So remember that trick if you struggle like I do. 4, where you really just pull your belly button in. And then this is probably the last one. Let's do a little hold here. And then come on down for your 15 full sit-ups, right? Okay, so bring your arms back behind you. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up. 1, 2, bring your hands to your feet. 3, so they're back behind you. 4, pull your belly button in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hopefully that 12, 13, 14, and 15 is becoming a struggle. Good. Okay, so now you're gonna turn over, and you probably can guess where we're going with this. So you're gonna pull, bring those knees together, open up those hip flexors. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, shoulder blades are down, and you'll press down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Extend your legs long, come into a plank. Push your shoulder blades back, press your heels back. And remember the Spider-Man stretch. You're gonna bring the right foot to the right hand. Come on back, and then same thing, you'll do left foot to the left hand. Good, come on back. Walk those feet so you stretch those hamstrings. Drop the head and roll on up. Last set, 10 squats. So reminder, you are shoulder width apart for these, okay? So you're just gonna come down and up. So reminder, you're really pulling that belly button in, tucking the tailbone under. Your knees are back, your hips are back. Good. Yes, you are good at squatting. I worry about me more than I worry about you. Finally, last set of 15 full sit-ups. And what's nice about these is after I'm done with this series, I've got 45 sit-ups out of you already. So you're gonna come down and pull up for 1. I love this series because it's simple for the mind, but not for the body. It's a really good, wake-up call for all the muscles. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hopefully that 12, 13, 14, and 15 is becoming a struggle. So just lie down on your floor or carpet or whatever it is that you have. And your hip width apart and your shoulder blades are back, right? So I want you to push with your right leg into the floor, right sole of your foot. So push it evenly and see how the whole back side of your leg fires. Okay, so now you're gonna push the left foot down. and see how the left fires. Push both of your feet down, which is a little harder. Now I want you to push the backs of your arms down along with the soles of your feet. Now push your low back into the mat. And for some of us who have a forward head, which is me, I would want something behind my head, but feel how your whole body is working here, and then relax. And all you're doing is laying there. So since I have you here, I want you to bring your hands behind your head and let your head float in your hands. I want you to push the soles of your feet into the mat, okay? So you're gonna inhale to prepare, exhale 1. Keep pushing the soles of the feet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep pushing the soles of the feet. It's not natural. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let your head float from side to side. Okay, so now you're gonna pull one knee into your chest and just roll up to seat, because now we're gonna move on. Okay, so what I want you to think about doing is coming up to kneeling, right? So we're gonna open up hip flexors and we're gonna work on quads. So you can either have the hip flexor completely open if it doesn't torque your knee, or you can sit just a teeny bit. Okay, so you'll notice how my elbows are in towards my waist and my palms are up. So I'm just gonna pull and release. Meanwhile, my quads are screaming. 3, 4, 5, 6. Engage your glutes. Pull your tummy in for 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so come on out, give yourself a break wherever that is for a second. That's it. Come right back in. I need you to stabilize. Hold it here. You're going to pull the rope and stabilize back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, now tell me, are your toes curled or are you pointed? So for this round, I want you to curl your toes. I curled my toes last time, so I'm gonna point for this round, okay? So they both matter, they're both good. So I want you to bring your elbows a little further away. So I want you to bring your elbows so they're not into your waist. They're further away, right? You're gonna lean back, engage those glutes as tight as you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See how it's harder with the elbows not secure. And 10. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then you'll rest, but not. I know, it's kind of crazy, ain't it? Okay, so now your arms are long and it's like you're holding a platter, and the visuals deceive you. It looks like my hands are wider, but they're not. I'm in total alignment. Roll your shoulders back. Make your lats do some work here, all right? Now lean back. Put a slight bend in that hip for 1. Just a slight, because I want your quadriceps really feeling this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Good job. Excellent. Okay. Let's get your heart rate up a little bit. So let's come to standing. And I don't know how you feel about jumping, like your feet are okay, but you'd only have to do 6 of these. I was gonna say 5, but you can't really when you have 2 legs. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Try to kiss the knee 4, 5, and the last one is 6. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Try to kiss the knee 4, 5, and the last one is 6. Good. So now sideways, I want you to go 1. So you're gonna go nice and wide, but try to keep your chest up. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna bring my hands on my shoulders. That way I engage my lats, because I have a problem with that, but you should probably do it too, just for the heck of it, right? So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go into 10. Push those shoulder blades down with your own arms. I think this is 10, right? Good. Okay, so obviously I want you to do the same thing on the other side. So pull your tummy in tight, push those shoulder blades down, and hit it. Go for 1. So really lengthen. 2. Same rules apply. 3. You're trying not to let that knee come over the toe. 4. So your butt is still back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, so now you're gonna do 6 jump lunges. So you'll start out in one position, roll your shoulders back, pull your tummy in, think nice and tall, and you'll drop down. Let the knee kiss the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 6. I started thinking about something else. Those are butt kickers. You don't want to go over on those, right? Okay, so, and that one's just, I mean, that's a good move, but we've already done lunges. I'm more interested in this one that we're getting ready to do again. So now I need you to do 10 to the side. All right, so you're gonna, make sure you might hear your hip click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch your knee. Try to keep your chest up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull your belly button in tight. 9, and 10. Good. Now we'll go to the next side. Hit it. Go for 1. Watch that knee on each side because each side is different. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's do one last round, okay? So we'll do 6 jump lunges. Pull your belly button in, tuck your tail, well, don't tuck your tailbone under, that's just a habit. But start out in your train track position. It can be as wide as you want. Drop that knee down so it kisses the ground and push for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. It's funny how those things can, I mean, even 6. Okay, so now you're just going side. This you did need. So do whichever side you choose. Roll your shoulders back, your tummy's in, and hit it. Remember, chest is up, pull the belly button in. 1, 2. Think of pushing that knee out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't let your foot roll out to the side for 9 and 10. Good. Switch to the other side. Each side's going to be different, so really check. Make sure your form's good. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. I could feel on that other side like, whew, I hope my form was doing good. I want to get your biceps. So you'll come back to standing, and depending on how thick your tubing is, so sometimes it's appropriate to have both your feet in for a bicep curl. Depends, I have a tube over there that I couldn't do it with both feet. You can bring your feet closer together as well, or you can bring one foot out. So whatever's right for your tubing consistency. This is a friendlier tubing. All right, so roll your shoulders back, pull your tummy in, engage your glutes. You're gonna pull for 1. Nice and slow and controlled 2. So what I care about more here, 3, is coming down. 4, 5, slow and controlled. 6, slow and controlled. 7, squeeze your glutes tight. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now you're flipping your palms so they're facing behind you. You can bring both your feet together for this one and make sure they're touching, and you're gonna push back with straight arms. 1, 2. So don't ever compare, yourself to somebody else when you're using tubing, because they could have thicker, smaller. Just do what's right for you. The muscles that I'm hitting here are your upper back, the backs of your arms. Pull your tummy in and engage your glutes, and I've got those working. And if your legs are together, I can even maybe feel a little bit of my inner thighs. Not a whole bunch. Keep going. Okay, so let's pulse it back here. Let's hold it, pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to go back to biceps, okay? If you can, so you're going to release one leg, but I want you to bring your elbows forward a little bit. So before they were into our waist, which gives us a little bit more stability. If you bring those elbows forward a little bit, things get a little more wonky. Okay, so you're going to pull up, slowly come down, and 2. So I want it not just about the bicep, 3, but I want you to feel it in your back and lats, 4, 5, because when you're coming down slowly, 6, all those stabilizer muscles have to come into play. I think we have 2 more, 1 and 2. Okay, so now just to prove my point, I want you to, this is a 90 degree, I want you at a 45 and just pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, elbows are forward a little bit, 3, 2, and 1. I was even having a hard time. Having a hard time talking. I was definitely having a hard time physically, but to have to talk was like, ah. Okay, so you can bring your foot back into play because we're going to do a second round, of course, on your upper back and triceps. So this way I'm getting your upper back even when I'm doing your biceps, which is quite convenient. Okay, so here we are, upper back and tries. You're going to push back. 1, 2. So you want to think a wide collarbone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze your glutes. 9 and 10. Okay, now just rest for a second. You're just coming down here. Now you're gonna bend at the hip joint. Okay, so it's like you're a robot. You can put a slight bend in those knees, very slight. See how and then I'm gonna go from here. So I'm gonna pull up and press. 1, 2. So I'm pulling those from the elbow to the shoulder is parallel to the floor. Nice and slow and controlled. So this is basically tricep for sure. A little bit of upper back because you got to stabilize on the way back. I have no idea what number we're on. Woo! You can stop. Good. I get all nerded out into the theory and stuff that. Okay, so I want to get your shoulders. So what I'm going to have you do is I'll show. Did you see my feet? Yeah. So my feet are standing on the band, and you can bring them as close together. That'll give you even more play. And your job is to pull your tummy in and then press up overhead for 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember your perfect posture, right? 6. So you're engaging your glutes, pulling your tummy in. Maybe you're tucking your tailbone under a little bit. For me, that makes it right because I tend to have what's called an anterior tilt. Press. Press. Are you at 10? Good. All right. So now you got to switch over to the other side, of course. All right, so pull your tummy in. Remember, perfect posture. Press for 1, 2, 3. And if your arm doesn't go straight up overhead, that's okay. Your shoulder, your arm might come out on a slight Y. That's how the shoulder's built. Engage those glutes. Pull the tummy in. I want your lats to be working as you bring that arm down. I think we're nearing 10. Good job. Good. Okay, so unfortunately we got to go right over to the other side. So I'm going to hit that shoulder 2 rounds. Okay, ready? Press for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. So you want it to be a little bit difficult coming on the other, coming down. So now you're going to switch. Pull the belly button in, engage the glutes, hit it for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you feel that lat coming down. 8, 9, and 10. Good. And don't get upset with me, but I need you to do one more bicep. Okay? So you're going to bring your hands, bring your legs back into the band. For you, it's just one leg. Bring those elbows forward, pull up for 1. Pull up for 2. Really feel that chest widened out. 3, 4. Come on down nice and slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Then I got 3 rounds in with your biceps. Okay, so here you are seated like you're getting ready to do mermaid, because you're getting ready to do mermaid in a way. Your hand is a little bit forward than the shoulder, and you can't tell on film, but it is. It's just a little bit forward. So that way when I come up, I'm in alignment. Okay, so come on down. So let's do 10 singles, and then we'll hold it for the last one, right? So we're gonna go 1, release, 2, and each time you're gonna inhale as you drop down, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm on the floor, so I'm slipping, and 10. So I want you to know, if you start to slip and your arm's out of alignment, you got to fix that. Okay, so now let's see. Like I said, you can hold that 10th one like you did. I'm glad you did that. All right, so now you're going to come back to the other side. Same thing, reminder, just keep that left arm a little bit forward, and you'll pull over and down and 2. So active stretching. 3, 4, 5. So when you get to that 10th one, make sure you hold it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one is 10. Hold it. Good job. Feel that length. Good. Excellent. Okay, so just roll like a ball, like you would, yeah, good. It's a little bit soft. So, I mean, this even feels good on a floor, but it feels much better on a carpet. Just kind of roll that back out for me. Drop the head when you get upright. You might even hear some creaks and cracks come out. Good. Then hold it here and come to seat. And I just want, if you can sit Indian style or cross-legged, if you can sit cross-legged, great. If not, no worries. But I want you to do one more rotation. So even if you're seated with your legs straight out, that's fine. You're just gonna bring your hands to the right side of your legs and pull around. Let the strength of your left arm pull you around to look over your right shoulder. You're nice and warm, so you might be able to go pretty far. Then you're gonna come out and go to the other side. And when you're on, just breathe naturally when you're over there, because I want you to hold it a little bit. So think of the sits bones on the mat. Look over the shoulder, shoulders down, crown of the head's up, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad to see you doing your neck because mine's creaking, because you reminded me to do mine and mine's going creak, creak, crack, crack, creak, creak, creak. Tuesdays are my busiest day. I'm not terribly busy. I'm looking for more clients. So if you know anybody that's interested in virtual,